Hi, hello everyone. So today's our topic is keywords and identifiers in Python programming. So here we will have a small glance on what is a keyword, what is an identifier, and how to we declare a keyword and identifier in Python programming language. What is the use of keywords and identifier? We will see in the today's class only. So in the previous class, we had a small discussion on what is an identifier, what is a keyword, how to declare an identifier, and how to use a keyword. It's given a small information about the identifier and the keyword in the last class. So in this today's class, what I am going to deliver you is nothing but exact the detailed information about the identifiers and detailed information about the keywords, how to use an identifier, how to declare an identifier, how to use a keyword, and how to declare a keyword in our Python programming. That will be detailed explanation will be given in the today's class. So let us assume here. So identifier is a name used to identify an variable. So function, class, module, etc. That means that so when it is having in a program. So when there we are having in a program, in this particular program, that maybe variable name is there, and then function name is there, and then module name will be there. So that for each and every one, if you take variable name, if you take function, if you take module, whatever it may be, if these all are having some names here. So these are all called as these all are used by using identifiers. We will give a name to them by using the identifiers. This is the first step here. So next one is an identifier is a combination of character, digits, and underscore. So that means that here we can use a character and as well as underscore for the declaration of an identifier. So this is the second point. I will show you that how to declare an identifier, what are the valid identifiers and what are the invalid identifiers. I will show you in the today's class only. So the next one is the identifier should start with the character or underscore, then use a digit. That means that an identifier will start with the A or maybe small letters. These are the characters, or it maybe starts with what? Underscore. So these are the two things which we can use for developing or declaring an identifier. So then the next step is the characters or A to Z or small a to Z, an underscore and a digit. What is the meaning of that one? An identifier name. We start with the characters. I have given that. So, but these characters may be from capital A to Z or small a to Z or underscore may be used here. Is it clear? So these are the, we should not use special characters for the declaring of identifiers or giving a name to the identifier. What is that? We cannot use the special characters here. The special characters are nothing but hash and @ dollar and marginal division and not symbol. So these are the special characters which we cannot use for the declaration of an identifiers. Is it clear? So now here we will see that what are the valid identifiers and what are the invalid identifiers here. So let us see here. The first one is variable var1. So this one is we are saying that we are treating it as a var1 is a particular identifier which is a valid one. Why it is becomes valid one means here this var1 is start with the character. So the rule is that our identifier will start with the character or underscore. The second one, you let us see here. This is start with the underscore and character. So this is also a valid one. The next one is started with the underscore, digit, underscore, var. It is also a valid character. So based on the guidelines which we have here. So these are the 1, 2, 3, 4 guidelines for declaring of identifier, which based on this we are saying that these three are the valid identifiers. And the fourth one, so var underscore 1, it is also a valid identifier based on the guidelines which we have get. So next one, which is comes under the invalid identifiers. Invalid. So let us see here. So first one is not symbol. That means we cannot use the special characters here. So here only we have seen that the last step is that you cannot use special characters now. So that's the thing why this is invalid character, the first one. The next one also, the identifier name is not start with the and digit. So this is also an invalid identifier. The next one is also, it starts with the number. So it is also invalid one. So these are all invalid one. So the next one is hash one. Sir, So if you are saying that, so this particular identifier name is start with the V. V is in a character, but it comes under the invalid one. Why it comes under the invalid one means here hash symbol is here. This one is called as a special characters. So here we are using the special characters. So that is the reason why these all are invalid identifiers. Is that clear? So this is about the what is an identifier, how to declare an identifier, how to use an identifier. This is about the some steps about the identifier. So we will see about what is the keyword here. So keywords are the some predefined and reserved keywords. What is that? Predefined and reserved. Predefined means these all are comes with the program language implementation only. When they have developed any programming language, that may be C, that may be Java, whatever it may be, they come with the implementation of the program language itself only. So that is the reason why it is called as predefined. Means before only it has defined, and they are reserved words. So let us assume a small example of int is here. Int is a keyword which is reserved for working with the integers only. Okay, so this is like that. The keywords are having some predefined and reserved words which are having some special meanings. So int, so this is int is used for working with the integer values. That means it is having some particular meaning. So this is for integer values only. So like that, it is having some meaning here. So next step is here. Keywords are used to define the syntax of the coding. Yes, it is correct. So when we have to write a program, that may be C language, that may be Java language, that may be Python language, whatever it may be. So for writing of a code, we have to follow a syntax and a programming language. So programming language is based on the syntax and semantics. So these two we have to follow. So syntax and semantics. Without syntax and without semantics, we cannot write a program at all. Is that clear? So that syntax will be given by the keywords. Next one is the keyword cannot be used as an identifier, function and variable name. So when we are having a keyword, so let us assume the small example just now I have given that int is here. So that we can, for suppose, what is this int? Int is a one which is used as a keyword for declaring of integer values. So that means that I cannot use as an identifier. It is saying that. What is the meaning of that one? So int, I cannot give like this. So this is absolutely it's a wrong one. So I can give like this, int a. So here a is in what? And a variable, just a simple variable identifier. I can give like this, but this is not correct one. So this is about the second part. The third point here, the keyword cannot be used as identifier or as a function name and as a variable name. The next one is all keywords are in Python written in a lowercase except the true and false. What's the meaning of this one? So here, so let us see. All the keywords in the Python are lowercase only. That means that we have to use, if for suppose int is here, so I can use small case only. If it is a float is here, so I have to use in small case only, int or a float. Okay, then again I am having char here. So character. So to work with the characters, we are having the keyword called char here. So char or int or float, whatever it may be here. So here what I am using, small case only I am using, small case letters. I cannot use the uppercase letters here except true and false. This true and false are the Boolean data types. So for these two only I can use the uppercase letters. For remaining all, we cannot use the uppercase letters. This is about the fourth point here, which is about the keywords. The next one is here, we are having about the 33 keywords in Python programming. So we will discuss now only that what are the different types of keywords here, what is the purpose of the keywords here, we can see now. So here we have to remember some of the things here. So things to remember. So when we are working with the identifiers, when we are declaring the identifiers, so we have to remember some of the things here. So Python is a case sensitive language. What it is? Python is a case sensitive language here. So case sensitive language means what? Very simple. I will give a small example here. You can get it clearly. So that here we are having the variable and variable. So these are not same. Why these are not same means they looks like very similar. But here what is the difference means, in the first one the V is capital. In the first one is the V is capital. In the second one is V is the smallest one. That means uppercase letter is not equal to the small case letters. So V is a capital one. In the second one, V is the smallest one. That means capital letter is not equal to the smallest letters. So that's the thing why this variable and variable are not same as. So this is means that case sensitive language. Case sensitive language means if you are using small letters for opening, means you have to use the small letters only for the ending purpose. So both has to be in same way. That may be small letter, that may be uppercase letter, whatever it may be. When you are working with that small letter, means at the last you have to working with the small letters only. So this is about the case sensitive language. The next one is here, always gives the identifiers a name that makes sense. So when I'm giving a name to the identifier, that has to be give some name, that has to give some meaningness. So that have to make some sense here. What is the meaning of that one? I will give a small example here. C equal to 10 is giving sense, but say count equal to 10, it will give a more sense to us. If it is giving some sense, if it is giving, this one is giving a more sense to us. Why it is giving more sense to us means, let us assume one program. A program for counting of prime numbers. A program for counting of odd numbers. A program for counting of number of data items. Then what I have to use here? So if I use this C equal to 10, everyone knows that as a C is a variable and it's an identifier which is storing the some value called 10. But they doesn't know that we are writing a program for counting purpose. When you give like this, the second case, count equal to 10. So then what happens? Oh, that is the persons who is visible our programming, who is seeing our program, who is visible to us, they will understand that, oh, this is count is for counting the number of variables, counting the number of data items, counting the number of even numbers. Like this, they will understand. So this is the meaning of here, this particular statement. The next one is, the multiple words can be separated using an underscore. If you want to use multiple words as an identifier, so then what I have to do is here, we have to use one concept called underscore. Underscore have to we use. What is underscore here? So let us assume here one identifier name. This is an identifier. This is a long variable. What is this? This is a long variable. This one is an identifier name which is separated with the help of underscores. Is that clear? So this is the second point here. So this is about the points about we have to remember about the identifiers and a key as well as keywords. The next one is here, assigning values to the variable. Actually, what is the use of identifier? What is the use of variable? That we have to know here. So let us assume that this one is in a program. So here, what is that? This is program. What I will do here, I will give input here and I will get the output here. Then what happens? So let us assume. So for getting output, what we have to do? We have to give the input. So my question is that how the program will get your input, how the program will store your input, how the program will read your input. That is a concept which is leading towards the identifiers and keywords. For storing the values, for accessing the values in our program, they have introduced, the developers of the programming language, they have introduced a concept called identifiers and keywords. Identifier is one which is storing some particular value. Let us see here. So A is 100. A equal to 100. That means that now we can give a clarification that A is storing the value of 100. That means that A becomes an integer value. The next one is height. It is storing the 50.5. That means that we can absolutely know that height is storing the floating point values. The next one is player is equal to Sachin here. So that Sachin is a name which is kept in the double quotes. So that means that it is comes under the string. That means that a player is an identifier which is storing the string values. The next one is here x equal to y equal to z equal to 10. This means that we can assign a single value as at a time to the all the variables. So 10 is assigned to the z. So here what is happening? X equal to y equal to z equal to 10. This means that the 10 is equal assigned to the z and as well as assigned to the y and as well as assigned to the x here. So these are the three variables which we are having. So for storing the value called 10 here itself. So the next one is x assigns to 5 to the x. Here given X is a variable identifier name. So now phi equal to X. So this is one syntax error. The last one is phi equal to X. We cannot assign an identifier to the value. What we can do? We can do that. We can assign value to the identifier. What will happen? Identifier here. So identifier will be here. We can assign a value to the identifier, but vice versa will not be happens. It will be wrong one. So this one is correct one. Any value can be stored or any value can be assigned to an identifier, not the vice versa. So this is about the assigning values to the variables. So in the Python, there is a concept called when we are assigning values to the variable, it can take any value. So in the Python, when we are assigning a value, it can take any value. We assign a value to the variable, it can take any value. But the concept is after assigning of values to the variables, then only we will know that it is an integer and it is in a floating point and it is a string value, whatever it may be. Is that clear? So this is about the assigning values to the variables. The next one is here, multiple assignments. This current slide, what we have seen, we are assigning a single value to the single variable or at a time. But in this particular program, so what we are going to do here, very simple. Let us assume here, so multiple assignments. The name itself is saying that we can give multiple values to the X here. So let us assume we are having two programs here. Is that clear? In the first program, what we are having? In the first program, we are having that X is equal to 5. Very absolutely fine. Then we are printing some value, print of X here. The next one is, I have given again X equal to 10. Then again, I am printing the print of some X value. Again, X equal to 15. Again, I am printing the X value. So that means that, so we are using the single identifier as an X. In the first program, here we are having only one identifier. That is only one variable we are having with our program. Is that clear? So that by using this only one variable, we are storing the 5, 10, 15. Means one variable and 3 values here. So that means that in my program is giving that we can store any values to any number of values to the one identifier in any program. Okay, is that clear? So now when that program is executed, when this program is executed, then we're getting the output is like X equal to 5 for the first time, X equal to 10 for the second time, X equal to 15 for the next time. That means that for each and every statement, so this will X equal to 5. That means print of X here. This print of X will take in the immediate X value here, which is having the X equal to 5 here. The X equal to 10. This print of X here. This print of X will take the immediate value of the X here, which is having the 10. The similar way, it is here, the X print of X is taking the immediate value of it as 15. So this is the reason how we can assign multiple assignments to the single variable at a time. Is that clear here? The next one is here, similar way. So this is the first program which gives a clarification about the multiple assignments to the single variable. The next second program is here. The second program is also a similar example for this multiple assignments to the single variable. But here we are using one concept to call string of X. What we are using here? Here we are using the string of X here. So that means if you can use string of X or you cannot use string of X. This is not a matter that. So it will take the values remain the same here only. So for the first time, this particular X will take the immediate X value as a 5. Now this X will take the immediate value X as a 10. Next, this X is taken the immediate value as a 15 here. So this is about the first X value, second X value, third X value here. So these are the 3 X values. So like this, we can give the multiple assignments. We can work with the multiple assignments. So here you see this, you can observe, you can understand that if you are using string of X here, you are using we are not using string of x here. So that means that in your program, so you can use string of x or you cannot use string of x, but the values remains the same. X equal to 5, x equal to 5, x equal to 10, x equal to 10, x equal to 15, x equal to 15. So this means that these are the multiple assignments at a single time to the single variable. So this is about the multiple assignments in the identifiers. The next one is here. So it's a list of keywords which we are having the Python programming language here. So these are the list of keywords. So we are having false, await, else, import, pass, none keyword, break keyword, accept keyword, in keyword, rise keyword, true keyword, class keyword, finally keyword, and is keyword, return keyword. So and continue, for, lambda, try, yes, def, from, non-local, while, assert, delete, global, not, with, async, elif, if, or, and yield. So these are the different types of keywords which we are having with the Python. So totally about 33 keywords which we are having in our Python programming language. So let us see a clear information about this particular keywords. What is the first keyword and what is the use of that keyword? We will explain now here. So what is keyword and its a description. The first keyword is what? And keyword. The first keyword is what? And keyword here. So this and is called as logical and. What it is? This is called as logical and. So here we will perform the logical and operation in my programming. So then how it will acts like, what is the operation of this one and what is the output of this one, we will see here. If we are having two statements, A and B, so this and is nothing but logical and here. So A and B here. So if A is true, if B is true, the result is true only. If A is false, if the B is false, the result is false. If it is true, false, it is false. If the both are false, it is false only. That means that the and symbol, the logical and is saying that in any one programming language, if you are having the two statements called statement A, statement B, it is also called as, so these two statements are there. That means that if when we are working with the AND operator, logical AND operator, this particular two statement has to become the true only. If any one of this statement becomes false, then the output will be the false only, like this. Is that clear? So then I will give a clear description here. Let us assume. So let us see here. So A equal to 5. So B equal to 4. If I take one any statement here, so if A greater than 2 and B is greater than 2, then print yes. So let us see here. What I have written here, I have taken one program. That program is about the two variables here. The first variable, first identifier is storing the fifth value 5. The next one is storing the value 4 here. So here I am taking one condition. So if condition I have taken here, that condition is checking that A is greater than 2. Means what is the A value? 5. So it is the 5 is greater than 2. It's a true. Next and the B is greater than 2. What is the B value here? 4. 4 is greater than 2. Yes, it is also true. Then what happens here? It is true and it is also true. The output is what? It will leads to the answer of S here. Result is S only here. The same way I can modify this program. I will modify this program. Then we will get what the output we will get here. Let us see what I will do here. So I will write A greater than 7 here. So if A greater than is 7 and B is greater than 2, then print yes. So for this particular program, the output must be the output is no. So it can print the no only. Why means it is not printing the X value. Why it is printing the S, not printing the S value? That means this A greater than 7. A value is what? 5 is greater than 7. No, it is false one. But B is greater than 2. B's value is 4 is greater than 2. That means that this is true. This means that this particular programming is saying that when we are working with the AND operator, logical AND operator, the both statement has to be true only. So the first statement is false here. The next statement is true here. That means that it will it will give the output is no only. So this is a use of the AND operator. This is also called as a logical AND operator. So then here, so again we have another one is here. What is that? We will see here. So A is greater than 7. Then again here what is having? B value. B is greater than 6. So now what I am doing here? So now I have taken the two statements here. The first statement is A is greater than 7. I have taken the two statements here. The first statement is A greater than 7 and B greater than 6. So we will compare here. What is the A value here? A value is 5. 5 is greater than 7. No, it is a false one. Then again, what is the B value? B value is a 4. 4 is greater than 6. No, it is also false value. So both are the false values here only. The output is false only. That means that logical AND operator is saying that if the both statements becomes true only, then the output will get as a true only. Otherwise, we will get the false output. The next one is. So this is about the logical AND operator. The next one is here, the logical OR operator. So what it is? For suppose, let us same thing. A equal to 5, B equal to 2. I will take same program. So for explain this, then what I will do? If A greater than 2 or B greater than 1, then print yes, else print no. What I will do here? So let us see here. Else print of no. That means that here. So here I am taking one program which is about the logical OR operator. So what is the use of logical OR operator? We will see here. So A equal to 5 and B equal to 2. So we are comparing here. What is the A value? A value is 5. 5 is greater than 2. 5 is greater than 2. No, it is in a false one. That means it is false. Next one is B greater than 1. What is the B value here? B value is a 2. 2 greater than 1. That means it is a true. That means here false or true. We got this statement here. So one statement is a false one. One statement is a true one. Then what is the output here, sir? The output is yes. What is the meaning of this one? Yes. That means that when we are working with the OR statement, if any one statement becomes true, then the output will be true only. Is that clear? So here we are having the two statements. A greater than 2 or and B greater than 1. So A's value is 5 is greater than 2. It becomes a false one. B is greater than 1. B value is a 2 and it is greater than 1. That means that it becomes a true only. So this is the reason why this printing the X only. So this is about the OR statement. So that just we will see that what is exact OR usage. So we will see here. So we see here, yes, A is here, B is here. Result. A value is a true. If then B value is a true, then value is a true only. So when A value is a true, B value is a false, true only. When A value is a false, then true, then only again true only. When the value is a false, both false, then only the value is false. That means that when we are working with the logical OR operator, so when we are working with the logical OR operator, when this both statement becomes false only, then the output becomes a false. Or otherwise, your output will get remains true only. This is about the OR operator. The next one is here, not operator. So this is again a logical operator. It returns a true if the operand is false. Else return false. Very simple. Let us see here. If I take A equal to 5, if not equal to, if not A, print yes, else print no. So let us assume here. So what is happening here? So for suppose what? I have taken one variable called a equal to 5. If not a, that means that if not a means except a 5, a will take any value. That means if I give 2, if I give 3, if I give 4, if I give 5, if I give 6, or and so on, whatever it may be, any value I can give to my program, then the output will print a yes only. That means not operation. This means not equal to. A is not the 5 means, A is not the 5 means A will becomes any value. So this is about the not operator. The next one is here. The next one is here. If keyword. What is that? If keyword. If is what? If is used for condition checking. If is condition. So condition. So if A greater than B. What is that? If A greater than B, you can do some, you can perform some value, or else you can perform some statements, or you can execute some statements. If is a keyword which is used to statement L, let us here. This is used to make a conditional. So we are checking here is the conditions. If the condition becomes true, one set of statements will be executed. If the condition becomes false, then again one set of statements will be executed here. Elif. So elif is the next keyword. What's the next one? The next one is an elif. So elif is a conditional statement is used with an if statement. In the elif statement executed if the previous conditions were not true. So elif is a keyword which can use it with the if only. So if elif and then else. So we can use this elif with the format condition or with the combination of the if statement only, if keyword only. So next one is else keyword. So this else keyword also work with the if only. We have discussed, just now we have explained about the if here. So if A is greater than B, then some set of statements will be executed, or else some set of statements will be executed here. Yes or no? So that means that else also used with if only. The next one is here for one. For is a for keyword. This for keyword is used to work with the loops concepts. If, elif, else, these are the statements which we have used to work with the condition statements. Yes or no? So this one is a for one. For keyword is to work with the loops. Okay. And what is the use of that for? And how we have to declare a loop? Where we can declare a loop? Where can we use the loops concept? That everything will be explained in detailedly in the future classes. Is that clear? The next one is a while here. So while is the keyword used to create while loop. So for and while, these both are for the loops only. Next one is a break statement. So what is a break statement? In any, we are working with any loop. So for suppose if I am having the one loop, that loop has to be executed for the 20 times. What is that? One loop is here. So that loop has to be executed for 20 times. But in a sudden we want to terminate. If I want to terminate, it is for the 10th time only. That means one loop is there, that particular loop will be executed for the 20 times, but for my consideration, for my request, I want to terminate the loop for the 10th time only. Then what I will do here? So I will write a condition here. If loop is equal to here, I will write a condition. If condition is that it becomes a 10th one, so then what I will do? Break. I will write break here. Then what happens? That particular program will be stopped here. So what it is, I will show you that. For suppose if I am having one program here, for I will write a small program here, then you will get clarification. For I in range of 1, 6. So print of I. So then what happens? So I will get the value of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So I will get the 5 values here. Then what I have to do is means if the value becomes a 5, I don't want to print it. Is that clear? So I will write what? If I equal to 5, then I will do what? So print I. So I will write here if I equal to 5, break, else print of I will write like this. So here the output has to comes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we have to get the output like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But when I am using this break statement here, if when I am using this break statement here, what happened means when the value becomes a 5, what it is, when the value becomes a 5 here, that loop will be terminated. So the loop will be terminated, the program will be stopped there. That means we will get the value output as a 1, 2, 3, 4 only. So this is a use of the break statement. That means when you want to terminate the loop, when you want to close the loop, then you have to use the what? You have to use this break statement here. Is that clear? So next one is here, as keyword. So what is this as keyword? So for suppose in my program, when I want to work with the Python programming, so when I am working with the Python programming, but I want the calendar here in my Python programming, what the calendar which is executed, which displays as a C programming calendar, the same thing. Then what I have to do here? I will import calendar as C. What I will write this particular statement, import calendar as a C. This particular statement I will write in the Python programming. Then what happened means the same calendar which is printing as a in C programming language, the same as it is, that particular calendar will be copied into our Python programming language. That means yes, this is used to create an alternate, the same as. Okay, next one is the next keyword is here. So I will explain here the next keyword. So first I will explain the first keyword here is continue keyword. So the first I will explain the continue here. Why means I needed a program for execution of this particular continue statement here. So that in this particular program only, for I in range of 1, 6, if I equal to 5, break, else print of I. I can use the same program for explanation of the continue. Then let us see here. I will take 1 to 12 here. I will take what? 1 to 12 here. If I equal to 5, instead of break. At the first what we are having here? At the first we are having the break statement here. But now I am using the continue. So now what's the output? So we will get means here 1. The output. What the output we will get here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this particular 5 will not be printed here. After 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is the output which we got onto the screen here. So that means that if I equal to 5, then continue. That means that the particular continue keyword is used to terminate the current loop, not the total loop, the current iteration. When we are working with the loops means the loop is nothing but the number of iterations here. So when we are working with the loop, so there we are having 10 iterations or 20 iterations or maybe up to 30 iterations also. So when I want to close the current iteration of my program, then I have to use a if continue statement. So this is about the continue statement. If I use here in place of 5, if I use a 6 here, instead of 5, if I use a 6 here, my output will be looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Means here we missed the one value is called C value, 6 value. That 6 value is here, not output onto the screen. This is about the continue keyword. The next one is here. So Lambda. So what is about this one? It will define the anonymous function. What it is? Let us assume x equal to LAM B, DA, lambda of A comma B comma C colon. Okay, it is continuation ma. So x equal to lambda of A comma B comma C colon. So I will write clearly here. Let us assume here, let us see here. I will write clearly. So x equal to LAMDA lambda of A comma B comma C colon A plus B plus C. Next, what I am doing here? I am printing print of x of A comma B comma C now. So what is happening here? What it will give? So very simple. If x comma 5 comma 6 comma 10 here, I am giving the three values. Then the output is nothing but 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 plus 10 equal to, so means 5 plus 6 plus 11 is nothing but 6 plus 10 here. So 5 x 11, 11 plus 10. The total output is, I will get here is 21. So this is the lambda is a one keyword which is used to define an anonymous function. It will give here, this is acts like a function. Just what I did here, print of x comma 5 comma 6 comma 10. I didn't mention any function there. I didn't mention any, I did not define any function is there. But we got the functionality. We get the addition of that particular three numbers. How it is possible means that is by using the lambda function. So lambda keyword. So this is a use of the lambda keyword in my particular programming language. Is that clear? The next one is here. So the next one is pass. So this pass statement is having null statement, which means it will do nothing. That we can take one program here for I in range of 1 comma 11 if I is I equal to 12 pass. That means that the output here is blank screen. Nothing will represent. The output is here is blank screen. The output will not showing anything here. In the screen, we cannot see anything. Is that clear? So that means that this is about the pass keyword. The pass keyword is a null statement, which means it will do nothing. Okay. So when we have to represent, no operation is there. Nothing to do in my programming. So nothing to do in my program. On that case, I can use this pass keyword. Okay. Based on the developer need, based on the programmer need, they can use the number of keywords what they needed and what the keyword they are using. That is their wish to work with that particular Python programming language. The next one is here return keyword. What is this return keyword? Why we have to use the return keyword and what is the use of this particular return keyword? We have to see here. Let us see. I will take a small example here. So def add of A comma B here. Okay, return A into B here. So okay, then what I will do here? So result R equal to, I will call some method add of add of 5 comma 6 here. So print R. What the program I have written here? So def add of A comma B, return A into B, R is equal to add of 5 comma 6, print of R. The output is here is 30. What the output is here? 30. How we got the 30? That is, there is a question, there is a doubt at all. So what is the process behind this one means? Very simple. What I have used here is, here I have used the two keywords. So clearly, if you observe the clearly, then you will get that for explaining the return keyword, I need another usage of another keyword. So what is the keyword here? So def is another keyword. For explaining the return keyword, I have used a def keyword. So this def keyword is the one which is used to define the new function. I think here it is set def. Here it is. So in the last here we are having the def keyword here. So in the before only Before all I am explaining here, please let us see clearly here. For explaining of the return keyword, I need one keyword called def here. So def is a one keyword which is used to defining the new function. So let us here. It helps us to define the functions. So based on this def keyword, I have declared the one function here. That function name is called as the addition function. Okay. So in this addition function, what I have written, so I have taken the name is add. So when I have taken the add means I have to plus here. When the plus becomes means the output has to be print as 11 only here. So why I have taken the addition function. If I taken the multiplication function, then output will be multiplication only. If I take the addition means the output is addition only. Yes, is that clear? So def add of a comma b. So what is this particular statement here? What is the use of this particular statement means? Here I am calling the function. So if you are having any function in my programming means when the function is executed means when we are calling the function only, the function will be initiated, the function will be executed. So here I am initiating the function with a statement called add of 5, 6 here. So add of 5, 6. 5. So then this particular two values to be passed to this particular add function here. Now it will return the value. So here the value is returned by the function. Is that clear? What it is? Here, let us see here. Here, the value is returned here. So, when the value is returned from the function, what I have to do? I have to store it. So, the function is returning the value. Then, in my programming, the value should be stored somewhere now. How I can store the value means, this is a statement for storing the value and capturing the value from the function which is a returning value. So then this particular all will be storing the value from the return. So then the particular print has to be written here. So print of r, the output is here 11. So here for explaining the return keyword, I have taken the two keywords with me. The first keyword is about the def keyword. The next keyword is about the return keyword. The def keyword is used to defining the new functions. Okay, so that means user defined functions. This add, mul, all are about the user defined function only. So this is about the usage of the return keyword. The next one is here false keyword. What is this false keyword? For suppose a equal to 5, b equal to 6. If a is b, then print true. Else print false. A is 5 value 5, b is value 6, a is b. This condition becomes false only. Why means a value is a 5 and b value is a 6. That means 5 will not becomes as the 6. The 6 will not becomes as a 5. Then that means that this true will not be printed. Else it will print as a false value. So the true means when the true and false. These are the two keywords which I have explained now only. So true keyword and as well as the false keyword. When the condition becomes true, then the true will be printed on the screen. Or when the statement becomes the false, then the output will return the false only. So this is about the today's class about identifiers and keywords. So we have seen here different types of keywords and how to write the keyword and how to use the keyword and what is the purpose of the keyword and what is the syntax, how to write this particular keyword in my program. This everything is decided in detailedly, clearly described in today's class. So there we are having a plenty of keywords which I can cover in the next classes.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.